Well, my name is Jim Woodring, and I'm going to show you what I know about drawing this cartoon character called Frank. The first thing you need to do is to establish where he's going to be on the paper. You do this by making two pencil marks, one for the top of his head and one for the approximate region of his feet. Then you divide this area approximately into thirds. You do that because Frank is 3 heads tall. Whatever size you make his head, the height of it is going to be the measurement by which you determine the proportions of the rest of the body. So the head is 1 head tall, the body is 1 head tall, and the legs are about 1 head long. Top of Frank's head is a dome, this cranial area here, and underneath that is this extravagant raft of cheek meat, these 2 enormous chow flaps, which go all the way around his head and give him his distinctive profile. I'm going to draw him facing in this direction, like this, a 3/4 front view, halfway between a profile and a straight-on front view. And I'm going to draw a guideline that goes right down the middle of his face to show me where to put the various features, such as his nose, which goes right here on this line. This line also shows me how to do the final line for this cheek over here, because it connects with the guideline right there. And the guideline coming down the cranium also shows me where to put the peak of the cowl above his eyes. The eyes themselves are ovals, and the pupils of the eyes are always large and lustrous, and I like to make him looking off to one side because it makes him look like he's thinking, and when you're as foolish looking as Frank is, to be seen as thinking is a good thing. His ears poke up at jaunty angles like this, except when he's excited, when they go straight up, or when he's depressed, when they droop. These little whisker tufts are at the level of the top of the nose here, and the teeth poke down like a couple of dominoes. So there's the basic Frank head. I've drawn Frank thousands of times, and he looks a little different every time I draw him because I don't know quite exactly what his proportions should be. So I'm always kind of fiddling with making small adjustments to him. If you draw him yourself, you may find a way of doing it that looks better than the way I do it, in which case I'd like to see it. Here's his body down here. The body floats right under the teeth. The neck is added later. The body is about the same width as the cranium. It's basically a flexible cylinder which is rounded at both ends. There's the white belly. And the navel. When you put in the neck, you have to make sure that the lines of the neck don't create tangents with the lines of the teeth, like so. The legs, which as I said are about 1 head long, come right off the bottom of the torso like that. They're flexible tubes, like the arms. The feet, which come after these strange little rings of pulchritude. I don't even know what these rings are. He has them on his wrists too. It makes it look like he's wearing shoes and gloves, but he's not. Legs come down this far, and the feet are the approximate size and shape of the torso, about like this. I think that's a little too big, so I'll make it a little smaller, but it's approximately that. When I draw the second leg, I make it a little bit shorter than the first one so that you can see the mysterious ring and enough of the foot that you have a nice clear view of it. For some reason, that's reassuring. His arms are about this long. His hands are about this big. He has big, clumsy, three-fingered cartoon hands. Like that. And that's basically him. Oop, forgot the tail. There we go.